We spend a lifetime learning to go faster, then discover that happiness in later years comes from choosing carefully what to go faster toward. Here's the jolt. Researchers tracking adults over decades found that the biggest predictors of well-being in old age aren't wealth or IQ. They're the quality of our daily relationships and the habits that protect sleep, strength, and clarity. The mistake many people make isn't doing too little. It's doing the wrong things late, or not doing the right things at all, because no one ever explained them plainly. Tonight, we'll name 5 big mistakes that quietly steal joy in later life, and how to sidestep each one with small, doable pivots. You'll learn how to make friendship a weekly practice, power up the muscles that keep you independent, protect sleep by working with your body's clock, simplify a complicated pill routine, and rebuild purpose so your days feel light again. The surprise? None of this requires heroic willpower or perfect discipline. A few 5-minute habits, a smarter schedule, and honest conversations outperform brute force. Gentle changes, big dividends. Think back to this past week. Did a day feel less joyful than it should have because plans fell through, your energy crashed mid-afternoon, or you spent the evening shuttling between the bed and the bathroom? What would that day look like if you had scheduled a friend, lifted your legs and your mood, and slept like your body wanted you to, on its terms, not your phone's? Sit with that picture for a moment. Have you experienced any of this yourself? Have you ever waited for friendship to just happen again? That's the first mistake, letting relationships drift. As we get older, the casual collisions that built connection, work hallways, school bleachers, kids' playdates, fade away. We promise ourselves we'll call soon. Days slide, weeks go, and then we tell a story. People are busy. It's not like it used to be. Under that story, something simpler is happening. Relationships are living things. If you stop feeding them, they go quiet. According to the U.S. Surgeon General's 2023 advisory, loneliness carries health risks on par with other major risk factors, while decades of data from the Harvard Study of Adult Development suggest that close relationships are among the strongest predictors of well-being and health in late life. This isn't sentiment, it's physiology. Connection buffers stress hormones, steadies the immune system, and softens pain. You're not needy. You're built to belong. What does drift look like in the real world? You eat alone 3 nights in a row and sleep a little worse each time. The news becomes your dinner companion. You scroll to feel less alone, and an hour vanishes without leaving any warmth behind. The next day, you say you'll call someone after lunch, but an errand runs long, and by evening you're tired and slightly down. Repeat that loop, and the world feels smaller than it is. Shrinking circles shrink moods. Happiness needs other humans. Here's the pivot. Make connection a practice, not a hope. Choose 3 tiny structures and run them for 2 weeks. First, the 3-contact rule. Every Monday, reach out to 3 people, 2 you already know, 1 you want to know better. A simple, thinking of you, no reply needed, often opens a door. Second, anchor 1 recurring social ritual you don't cancel. Coffee every Wednesday at 10, a 20-minute walk with a neighbor after lunch, or a Sunday soup pot where anyone can drop in. Third, choose a place-based habit, a library table, a community garden, a Tai Chi class, where the same faces gather. According to research on weak ties, even casual conversations improve mood and reduce loneliness. Keep it small, keep it steady. 5 minutes counts. Schedule joy like medicine. Let me tell you about Tom. He's 78, a retired mechanic with kind eyes, and a habit of fixing things people didn't know could be fixed. After his wife died, the house grew silent. He wasn't a group guy. What worked wasn't a big leap. It was a tiny swap. He added 1 weekly coffee with the same 2 neighbors, joined the tool library 2 blocks over, and set a rule with himself. If someone said, "Want to join?" he answered, "Yes, if it's under an hour." 3 months later, the house sounded different. He still had grief, but he also had Tuesday at 9, Thursday at 1, and the feeling that his mornings belonged to something. Fewer friends, deeper ties, better mornings, brighter moods. Win-win. One gentle debunk belongs here. People say, if they cared, they'd call. People care, and they're also overwhelmed, distracted, or shy. Waiting keeps you isolated. Reaching out moves the world toward you. And if your first 3 texts go unanswered, send a 4th to someone else. Your future self will thank you. Connection is a practice. Now for the second mistake. Retiring from movement. Not from marathons, from the kinds of moves that keep you free. The body changes with age, but the most limiting change isn't weakness. It's the loss of power, the ability to generate force quickly, paired with a quiet erosion of balance. Fast twitch fibers retire early. Nerves talk more softly to muscle. If you notice that getting out of a low chair or stepping up a curb feels harder, that's power, not willpower. The good news? Power is trainable at any age. Exercise scientist Dr. Stuart Phillips has explained that older muscle still responds robustly when you give it the right signal. Gentle resistance, practiced often, paired with enough protein to support repair. The World Health Organization and national guidelines echo this. Older adults benefit from regular strength and balance training, not just counting steps. Steps matter. Strength saves you. The impact of ignoring this is easy to miss until it isn't. One startled step on a rainy day becomes a stumble. A stumble becomes cautious walking. Cautious walking becomes less walking. Less walking begets less strength. It's a spiral no one chooses, and it starts quietly in the thighs and calves. Add one medication that dips your blood pressure a bit too far when you stand, and a hallway turns into an obstacle course. This is preventable. Power protects independence. Start with 2 5-minute deposits you can tuck into your day. First deposit, sit to stands. Choose a chair where your knees bend roughly at a right angle. Cross your arms, hinge forward a little, stand up, and sit down with control. Do as many smooth repetitions as comfortably challenging. Rest, and do 1 more set. If you feel unsteady, place the chair against a wall and keep a light touch on a countertop for balance. Second deposit, heel raises. Hold the back of the chair. Slowly rise onto your toes. Pause, and lower. 2 slow sets. These 2 moves wake the big engines, quadriceps and calves, and train the second heart in your calves that pumps blood back up, reducing swelling by evening. On alternate days, add a gentle carry. Hold a bag of groceries or a lightweight in each hand and walk for 30 seconds. Posture tall, belly relaxed. If you wobble, reduce the load, not the practice. Stronger legs, steadier mind, fewer falls, more freedom. That's leverage. Protein distribution is your quiet ally here. Instead of packing most protein into dinner, include a meaningful source at breakfast and lunch. Yogurt, eggs, beans, fish, tofu, cottage cheese, or lentils. Research suggests that spreading protein helps older muscles synthesize new tissue more effectively. Follow meals with a short walk to deliver those building blocks where you just sent the signal. And if you're thinking, but I hate gyms, good news. Your living room, a sturdy chair, and a kitchen counter are a fine gym for the rest of your life. Start tiny. Be consistent. The goal isn't sweat, it's signal. Muscles listen to messages. One more nuance. Balance. It's a team effort among your eyes, inner ear, and body awareness. Each whispers a bit more softly with age. Train them with a 90-second doorway practice. Stand in the doorway, hands hovering near the frame, feet hip width, and gently shift weight side to side. Bring your feet closer, hold the frame lightly, and repeat. On another day, stand on one foot for a few seconds, toe tapping down if you need. Keep your breath soft. Keep your jaw relaxed. Balance loves calm. A small, daily ritual beats a heroic, once-a-month effort. Steady is a skill. If you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. We explore topics like this every week, with calm, practical steps that honor your body's wisdom. The third mistake usually hides behind good intentions, treating sleep as optional, and trying to fix fatigue with late caffeine, late screens, or late water. As we age, our internal clock still works, but its signal can soften. Light in the morning and darkness at night matter more, not less. Add a coffee after 3 p.m., a bright screen at 9 p.m., and a tall herbal tea before bed, and you've just asked your brain to stay alert and your kidneys to keep working while you're trying to rest. Clinics like the Mayo Clinic emphasize that steady daytime hydration earlier in the day, with a gentle taper before bed, reduces nighttime awakenings, while geriatric sleep specialists highlight morning light as a simple, potent way to deepen sleep at night. You don't need stricter rules. You need a kinder rhythm. What does the mismatch look like? You nod off after dinner in your chair, then lie awake at 2 a.m. You wake to urinate at 1 and 3 and tell yourself your bladder's the problem, when the real culprit is timing. Too much fluid late, legs that pooled fluid by day and released it when you finally lay down. Caffeine lingering because your body clears it more slowly now. Fragmented sleep steals more than just energy. It nicks memory, mood, and balance the next day. Sleeping poorly ages everything. Guard sleep fiercely. Here's a gentle, realistic plan. Give your brain a sunrise. Get outside for 15 to 30 minutes within an hour of waking. Cloudy counts. Dim lights an hour before bed. Think lamplight, not ceiling light. Declare a caffeine curfew at least 8 hours before sleep. For sensitive sleepers, noon works better. Front load your fluids. A glass on waking, another with breakfast, a bottle finished by early afternoon, a small glass with dinner, sips only later. If your ankles swell by evening, lie down in late afternoon for 10 to 20 minutes with your feet on a cushion and pump your calves. Move that fluid earlier so your kidneys can process it before bedtime. Use a 2-trip routine. Bathroom an hour before sleep, bathroom right before lights out. If you wake at night, pause and breathe slowly for 30 seconds. Sometimes the urge fades enough to sleep on. If not, go safely, lights low, no debates in your head, and return to bed without checking the clock. Dim nights, bright mornings, deeper sleep, clearer days. Simple. A small addition makes an outsized difference. Respect your bed. If you're awake more than 15 or 20 minutes, step out to a chair and read a few soothing pages in low light. Return when sleepy. This retrains your brain to pair the bed with sleeping, not worrying. And a gentle correction to a common belief. If I stay in bed longer, I'll catch up. Extra time in bed often fragments sleep more. Aim for consistent timing instead. Your clock loves regularity. The fourth mistake is quieter but costly. Medication autopilot and supplement sprawl. Over a lifetime, pills accumulate like well-meant souvenirs. A cholesterol medicine from 10 years ago, a blood pressure pill from 2 doctors, an over-the-counter sleep aid, a decongestant you forgot was stimulating, 3 vitamins a friend swears by, and an herb a website convinced you to add. None of them seemed like a problem alone. Together, they can blur thinking, drop blood pressure when you stand, constipate you into discomfort, or keep you awake when you most need rest. Geriatricians talk about polypharmacy for a reason. The more bottles, the more interactions, and the older we are, the more sensitive we become to side effects. The American Geriatric Society maintains a list of medicines that are riskier in older adults. You don't need that list in your head. You need one habit in your calendar. Do a brown bag review. Really do it. Once a year, put every bottle you take into a bag. Prescriptions, over-the-counter pills, vitamins, herbs, powders, eye drops. Bring them to your primary clinician or a pharmacist trained in older adult medication management. Ask 3 questions for each item. Is this still earning its keep for me? Could the dose be lowered, the timing changed, or the drug swapped for something safer at my age? What happens if I stop it under supervision? You are not being difficult. You are being wise. Studies show that thoughtful deprescribing reduces falls, confusion, and hospital visits. Fewer, smarter meds. There's a simple home check that changes mornings. Measure your blood pressure sitting and then standing. If it drops and you feel lightheaded, bring those numbers to your clinician. Sometimes the fix is as basic as taking a water pill earlier, adjusting a dose, or spreading pills throughout the day. And treat supplements with the same respect as prescriptions. Natural does not mean harmless in combinations. If you add something new, add only one thing at a time for a week, so you can hear what your body tells you. Your body is a careful lab. Keep it clean. A story brings this home. Maria, 81, took 2 blood pressure medicines, started 5 years apart by 2 different doctors, plus a nighttime allergy pill, plus melatonin, plus a magnesium blend, plus an energy supplement her friend sold. She felt foggy by late morning and dizzy on the stairs. Her daughter convinced her to do a brown bag review. The pharmacist found duplications, suggested a different allergy strategy, and moved 1 blood pressure pill to the morning. 2 weeks later, Maria walked her dog around the block without stopping to steady herself. She didn't get younger. She got clearer. Less confusion, fewer falls, more energy. Freedom. Now for the 5th mistake, the one that drains color from the calendar. Drifting without purpose. A long life without something to move toward feels longer than it needs to be. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It has to be yours. Researchers have linked a sense of purpose with better sleep, lower stress hormones, and even reduced mortality risk. The blue zones, regions where many live into very old age, often share a cultural script of daily purpose, whether it's caring for grandchildren, tending a garden, or serving others. You don't need a philosophy. You need a project that matters to you and a way to show up for it regularly. Without that, days blur. With it, mornings lift. Purpose adds oxygen. What does drift look like? You wake with nothing on the docket but staying busy. Busyness scatters focus into tiny, unrewarding pieces. At dinner, you can't say what the day added up to. Your mood drifts with the weather. Over time, emptiness becomes heavy. This isn't about being lazy. It's about not having a North Star. You deserve one. Here's how to rebuild purpose gently. Start with a Monday meaning hour. Every Monday, first thing after breakfast, spend 60 minutes on one personally meaningful thing. No multitasking. That might be writing 3 pages of family stories, scanning old photos and attaching names, restoring a forgotten tool, learning a song, drafting a letter to someone who mattered to you, or volunteering on a micro task like phoning homebound seniors for 15 minutes. Choose a project where you can feel progress under your fingertips. Progress fuels purpose. Next, leverage the power of replace, don't remove. If you want to watch less news, replace 30 minutes of scrolling with 30 minutes of a short course, a language app, or calling someone who lifts you. The brain dislikes subtraction. It relaxes when you give it a satisfying alternative. Then build a to-list map. On one side, Write 5 things that give you energy. On the other, 5 that drain you. Each week, schedule at least 3 energy items and crowd out 2 drains. Not with guilt, with swaps. Instead of don't snack and scroll late, try make tea, call Bill, stretch while the kettle boils. Gentle specificity wins. And if your health or mobility has changed, ask, what version of this fits the body I have now? A 5-minute garden becomes an herb box by the kitchen window. A choir becomes a duet on Thursdays. A woodworking hobby becomes making simple birdhouses with a neighbor's grandchild. The point isn't scale, it's direction. Aim small, repeat often. Add one future-leaning note. More communities are embracing social prescribing. Clinicians referring patients to community activities, walking groups, or volunteer roles as part of care. If your clinic offers it, ask. If not, create your own prescription. 1 hour a week of something meaningful for someone else or for your future self. The dose is tiny. The effect is not. A day with purpose ends lighter than it began. You may be thinking, all of that sounds nice, but what about the tough stuff? Loss, illness, finances I can't control. Those are real, and they take courage. Purpose doesn't erase pain. It gives you a rope to hold while you move through it. Even 5 minutes of making something, tending something, or helping someone can anchor a hard day. Small wins matter more on hard days. That's not positive thinking. That's wise strategy. Let's pull the 5 mistakes together into one living rhythm you can feel in your week. First, stop waiting for connection and plant it like a garden. 3 contacts on Monday, 1 anchor ritual, 1 place-based habit. Second, retire from retirement in the only way that counts. 2 5-minute strength deposits most days, plus 90 seconds of calm balance practice. Third, treat sleep as the medicine it is. Bright morning light, dim evening light, earlier fluids, a caffeine curfew, a simple 2-trip routine, and a chair for short awakenings. Fourth, trade medication autopilot for a yearly brown bag review and a practical list. Lower doses and cleaner combos beat more pills. Fifth, build a small, stubborn sense of purpose. Monday, meaning hour, replace don't remove swaps, and a to-list map that favors energy over drain. If you pick only one place to start, pick the one that makes tomorrow morning feel better. Tomorrow morning is close. Start there. To make it real, here's a 1-week template you can copy, then modify to taste. Monday morning, 30 minutes in the sun with a friend on the phone. Then your meaning hour. Midday, sit to stands and heel raises, 2 sets each. Late afternoon, legs up for 10 minutes, ankle pumps, sip small after 6. Tuesday, doorway balance drill after brushing teeth, a short walk after lunch. Schedule coffee for Wednesday. Wednesday, brown bag list. Write out every pill and supplement, note times, and book a review. Thursday, replace half an hour of evening news with scanning photos and labeling names. Friday, volunteer microtask. 1 call or 1 delivery if able. Saturday, a garden, a bookshelf, a fix-it project for 15 minutes. Sunday, a soup pot and an open chair. Adjust for your energy. Adjust for your weather. Keep the spirit. Keep the rhythm. Short reminders to tape on a cabinet or keep by the kettle. Schedule joy like medicine. Power protects independence. Guard sleep fiercely. Fewer smarter meds. Purpose adds oxygen. These aren't slogans. They're levers. A few quiet debunks to carry with you. It's too late to build muscle. Evidence says otherwise. Even non-agenarians gain strength with appropriate training. I'm bothering people if I reach out. The opposite is usually true. People are grateful you made the first move. I need perfect sleep or tomorrow is ruined. Good enough sleep plus a walk in morning light often feels better than chasing perfect. More supplements equal more health. Quality matters more than quantity. Each addition should have a reason. Clarity over clutter. 2 small future trends worth watching can help without taking over your life. First, age tech tools that nudge healthy routines. Simple habit apps, medication reminders, or motion-activated nightlights are getting easier and less intrusive. Choose tools that reduce friction and then disappear into the background. Second, more libraries, faith communities, and senior centers are becoming hubs for intergenerational projects. Teaching a skill to someone younger lights up the brain differently and often makes your own practice more meaningful. Keep your antenna up for these. They're not gimmicks, they're bridges. Before we close, 2 brief stories to anchor the ideas. Eleanor, 79, widowed 5 years, joined a Thursday story circle at her library after hearing about social prescribing on the radio. She also added a Monday meaning hour to transcribe her mother's handwritten recipes. She did not become extroverted. She became steady. On the strength side, James, 83, feared falling on his basement stairs, so he avoided them and anything downstairs. His grandson set a timer for 5 minutes after lunch and did sit-to-stands with him on FaceTime 3 days a week, plus a doorway balance practice he could hold. In 6 weeks, James stopped holding the rail for the first 3 steps, then 5, then the whole way down. His story was simple. I'm not faster, I'm surer. That's the win that matters. Let's land softly and clearly. The 5 big mistakes to avoid are waiting for connection, retiring from movement, treating sleep as optional, staying on medication autopilot, and drifting without purpose. The fixes are small and human. Plan people into your week, put power and balance back into your legs. Work with light and timing so sleep returns to you. Clean up the pillbox with a professional eye and give your days a direction that feels like you. You don't need to overhaul your life. You need to pick 2 tiny levers and pull them daily. Then notice. Then add 1 more. Small steps, big freedom. If this helped you, you'll love our video on rediscovering purpose after 50. The calm, practical way to build a life that feels like yours again, 1 hour at a time. It pairs beautifully with everything we've just covered. Not professional advice. Consult a qualified expert as needed. Always consult a qualified expert. And always do what feels right for you.